I make a motion to start the meeting.
Thank you.
Second.
At this time, let's all stand. I'm going to get if it helps us in order.
Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here today to do the hands of your work. Lay your hands on our shoulders, Lord, as we conduct ourselves in a professional manner and take care of business in your name, in your gracious name. Amen.
Raise the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag. United States of America. To the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Is that okay? Yeah.
All right, annual meeting. Well, thank you all for coming.
Now, speak up probably, Gene. There's a lot of people here today.
Neal, do we need to have the microphone now? Do you have it all set up yet?
Yeah, we can use the microphone, but
Is there a switch for this thing? I don't know. It's not going to.
I'm not able to get on the live because I don't have the but she's on the link and everything, so we'll see how that goes.
It's good. Thank you all for coming out. Like I said, this is our annual meeting. We had a good turnout for our election this last month. Last month. I want to thank our election committee for all that they did. The results of the election are as follows. Vice President candidate Ruth Phillips, she dropped out, left Gerda Herrell running unopposed. Secretary, no candidates on ballot. Laura Anderson was the write-in, and she took that. We had directors positions 2 and 4. Neal J. and Mer Harrison winning the seats by receiving the majority of the votes. At this time, if they will come forward, we'll swear them in. I'm going to ask Joseph Day to swear them in. The Bible's up there.
Okay. We have several. It's one of my desks. Yeah. I don't think we can hear real well.
Neal.
If y'all want to speak up
Yeah,
a little louder.
this does not have a speaker. It's or a mic. A speaker. This is
Neal,
just a
did you
mic.
bring the document we talked about? Did you bring that?
Yes.
Joseph, bring that, please. Neal does not put his hand on the Bible. He swears on the Quran. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
It's
fine.
just good to have one.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this all at the same time.
Okay. Neal and Mer.
I don't see now.
I have a question before we do the introduction. Would you please say the names again? I didn't get them all wrote down. I cannot hear you.
Okay. Do you just want the names of the ones that were elected?
Yes, please.
Gerda Herrell.
3 of us.
Gotta turn around so we can see you.
And raise your hand so we can. She was ran VP unopposed. Secretary, no candidates ran. Laura Anderson, she was a write-in. And then director's positions 2 and 4. Neal J. and Mer Harrison took the seats by majority votes.
Okay. Who are we missing up there then?
We can't find
Mayor.
We can't find the fourth one.
And
I'm
mine,
4, right?
is she not here?
Supposed to be 4.
We elected her and this is the first
No,
meeting of the
3,
year. And she's
3
not
get
here.
elected, 1 did not. the next date for election, which is, I think,
At this time, I'm going to ask Joseph Day if he'll swear him in.
Okay, we're gonna do this all at one time.
Okay.
You raise your right hand.
Y'all say it where they can hear you too.
Yes.
Okay.
I promise to uphold. I promise
I promise to
to uphold the duties
the duties
and obligations
and obligations
of my position
of my position
on this board of directors
On this board of directors
in Indian Springs,
in Indian Springs,
Livingston, Texas.
in
Texas.
So help me God.
So
So
help me
help me
God. Thank you. Got it. Yay.
At this time, we're going to ask the new board members to take their place. And we do want to thank the old board members, Sarah and Nancy, for their service. Can't hear you. I'm sorry. Well, there's not a speaker. It's just a recording. Is all this is. It's not a speaker. And I got to remember to hold it so it can record me on that. I do want to thank the former board members, Sarah and Nancy, for their service on the board. It was a pleasure working with them. And at this time, we'll introduce the whole board. We'll sort down on the far end. I'll get Neal to introduce himself real quick and work this way.
my name is Neal Gerda. I go by name Joe. And I want to make a short statement. Is that okay?
You got to speak louder.
Each of y'all should make a short statement.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a short statement then. Well, first, I want to thank God helping me win, and I want to thank my wife and family for the support, and also I want to thank the board for accepting me, and thank you for coming, and thanks for everyone that voted for me and support me, and hopefully I won't let you down. First, I just want to say that we need to move forward. There's a lot of negativity, as we know, and because of that, we don't want to be stuck in the past. We want to move forward. So, if something happened, like a new thing that happens, and the community wasn't enforcing before, that doesn't mean we have to do this forever. We have to break the cycle, and we have to move on. We need to be positive, and hopefully we can do some changes that's going to help everybody, not only myself, but everyone here too, because we all live in the neighborhood. I also like to say that this new year we have a new people, and hopefully we are going to do the best for the community. Just please give us a chance. And don't hold us to the negativity that was before, because we really have to move forward. If we don't move forward and being stuck in the past, that's going to hurt everybody. And so all what I'm asking for is just be open-minded, and so we can move forward. And hopefully with your help that will happen. Thank you for coming, and thanks for the people that's watching.
Thank you.
Laura.
I think it's working.
She's down here.
Laura didn't get with Laura.
Well, I said he was going to introduce an old board member.
My name is Gerda, Herrell. Me and my husband moved out here almost 3 years ago, and we've been very happy with the community. And like Neal said, we need to move forward. We need to get back into doing things for the community and helping each other out. We're a neighborhood, and if we're infighting, we're not getting anything done. Hopefully this coming year we can do more activities for the community, and any volunteers that would like to help and have any ideas, we would love to hear them, because we need to work as a big family, because nobody else has our back. We have each other's back. The county's not gonna come and help us. The state's not gonna come and help us. We've gotta help ourselves. And the only way you're gonna do that is to work together. And I'm very grateful for the board that we have, and I'm very grateful for the ones that are gone. But we need to work together as a family, because if we don't, we're gonna be screwed. And it doesn't help anybody. I would like to start doing stuff. We did a community garden a few years back. I would like to start it again because we helped a lot of families that didn't get fresh vegetables. That's important. And we need to do it as a community. Because times are rough. Everybody's having a hard time making ends meet. And groceries are getting more and more expensive. So we can do stuff to help each other and help our neighbors. We will be better off as a community. And I want to thank you guys for coming. And let's make this year a good year for us. And for the community. And for everybody that's here. Ms. Laura.
I'm not sure.
My name is Laura Anderson. I'm the office secretary. I've lived out here since I was 4. So I've been out here quite a few years. The roads wasn't even finished developing when my parents bought their place. My dad had a pond dug in the backyard, and fire department ISPO dug it so they could have dirt for the roads to finish them. So, like I said, I've been out here a lot of years. I've kind of kept to myself a lot. Now, I was involved in the fire department years ago, very heavy, because my ex-husband was the chief for a while. I was the secretary treasurer over there. I was also bingo chairman. And we flourished. The fire department and ISPO flourished at that time. There was fights, yeah. They fought like cats and dogs. But at the end, it all helped the community. And there was a lot of things going on. We had books and beans over here in ISPO. And Frances Pollard did that. God bless her soul, she's gone. But that was her baby. And like Ms. Gerda said, anything that we can get started back for a community would be in our best interest, because we do need to come together. All of the bickering and fighting, and I wish to God Facebook had never been invented. That's the worst thing that ever happened to anybody is Facebook. And all of these anonymous posts, and I'm saying it, I'm sorry, I had no filter, and I'm going to say it. All these anonymous posts, if you don't want to put your name on something, don't say it. I mean, if I'm going to say something, I'm going to tell you face to face. Sarah, I'm going to be doing, it's just, things that's just petty things.
It's okay, I love you anyways.
I would be Sarah. But that's just like me turning my back and saying, Sarah, I don't like you, or something like that, so you don't know who said it, But these petty things have got to stop. If you don't know something, if you want to know something, find somebody that does know about it and ask them. I mean, and if it's none of your business, stay out of it. But I thank y'all for electing me to secretary, and I hope I can help make changes. I'm going to try my best to be there for everybody. If you have a question or need anything, come to me. Like I said, I've been out here for years. I live on Cook's Trail, Everybody, just about everybody knows where I live. If you ever need anything, get with me. I'll try to help. Thank you.
Show of hands, a majority to accept it or not. Those that won't accept it, raise your hand.
what?
The election, the results of the election.
Where's that new?
They become part of our
The one
permanent
that was
record.
elected is not even here, I'm with her on that one.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
haven't-
why.
I haven't talked to her, so I don't know.
We will have to find out about that. But as far as the results of the election, all of those in favor, raise your hand. Can you get a count on that? Hold your hand up so we can get a count.
Percent of the room.
1, 2.
Not on the one that's not here. Well, this is just to accept the election for our records. We have to put it in our records, our files.
Any
It's
opposed?
not, yeah.
One opposed?
If they're elected, they ought to be, they ought to notify you.
I agree, and we will,
Take them off the road and do another election.
as a board, we will address it.
People don't do one thing at a time. They have, it's a habit. They do it over and over again.
Maybe you should tell them what the expectations are as far as how many meetings the board is required to attend before they are asked to step down. Could you let everyone know?
Right. I'm not sure, how many meetings is it, 3? 3 meetings?
It's 3 consecutive meetings if you miss
Okay.
the meeting.
Unless they're excused by us. Like one lady was out for a year because her mother was dying, then she got diagnosed with breast cancer. She was on board for years and years.
Ma'am, my personal information is none of this community's business. I would really
I didn't use
appreciate.
any names, I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter, my
People
situation
can
is nobody
have-
else.
Okay.
This is not a place to start talking about other people. And whether I am here or I am not, that conversation
There was
is not to
nothing
be
negative
left
said,
Okay.
because,
That's enough.
yes, there was nothing negative said. It's just that.
That is a HIPAA violation.
No, it's not, I didn't say any names. Okay. It sure isn't. You outed yourself.
I am not. I have
Anyway.
a personal right to my information.
Okay, let's carry on with the meeting.
There are several projects that we are going to be starting on right now, or within the next, probably this next week. Front door, we're going to get that replaced because it's rotting out around the bottom. Water comes in underneath it. We're looking at changing that, going to a metal door with a metal frame, because the door frame itself is rotting out. The flooring coming into the front there, and in other areas, we're looking at doing self-leveling cement to raise that floor so the water won't come in. It comes in there in the front, and also to smooth the floor out because it is not level here in the from the old slab to the new slab. Mailboxes, we have been looking at those. It is our responsibility to purchase them. Ms. Kelley, can you give them the prices? Do you remember the prices on those?
Well, I have a catalog in the office. We've looked at the brand new ones, and it's basically where the Postal Service purchases theirs too. Official website that makes them just like these out here, pedestal boxes. Those start at, for just a pedestal box with either 4 very large or 6. They're the boxes for parcels. They can either have 4 or 6 in it. They start at $3,800 and go to $5,500. We have looked at used ones at various places, but when you add the cost of rekeying every box that's in there and the shipping, because they go by weight. So the ones that were used, it was a decent price. Once shipping was added, they cost more than the brand new ones. And that seems to be one of the urgent issues, is the lack of mailboxes. And it's obvious that they're not gonna provide them. or even give us a discount on any hookup on getting them less expensive. So if that's something y'all want to do going forward, we have those. We can print them out and have them in a meeting if you want to see, or you can Google it. Google those boxes anywhere, pedestal, parcel boxes. They look just like ours. A bunch of things will pop up and show you the outrageous prices of them. They start at $3,800 and go to anywhere over $5,000 for one, and one would only provide 4 to 6 of the large parcel squares.
Yes, sir. You mind standing and
My
giving your name
is
for the...
Steve Johnson. I've been here since the day this subdivision was opened. Me and my family's owned half of this subdivision. I was a maintenance man for 20 years at this post office. I put every one of them boxes out there. I put them there. The post office instructed me. They gave them to me. They were free. I don't know why you're having to buy them. Because all we had to do was let them know what they needed, what we needed. I was put out here and I set up every one of them post office boxes.
He didn't volunteer to do it.
Can I respond, Steve?
Hang on just a minute.
No, go ahead and stand, because I don't want to have to talk over everybody. We were informed by the post office, back when I was sitting up here as president, that because of the damage to the boxes, the constant damage, that not only were they not going to supply any future boxes, that would be on us, but if the damage didn't stop, that they were not even going to make repairs. They would be limited to, and nothing beyond that, changing the locks, and that's only as the locks were available. My neighbor has asked me, that doesn't live here, to keep a check on her mail because she expects important stuff. If she went down and paid to rekey her lock, 4, maybe 5 months later, that lock was still not rekeyed. The post office, I guess, is on a limited budget, and they're drawing back their efforts to help. So as long as the vandals keep tearing the doors off these things, or breaking the keys off of the big boxes, which they do, I guess, out of meanness, they're not going to repair them anymore. They don't want to work with
You're
us
not
anymore.
going to get anything out of these people at this post office. You're going to have to contact Houston or the Postmaster General, which I have done myself, and I got an employee fired for stealing.
Okay.
Now, the only way I got it was I went directly to Washington, D.C. Now, those damn locks, they got it. The problem is getting these people off their butt to do it, because when I left there as a maintenance man, they couldn't get anybody in the post office to fill my position. They had people that come in part-time or they contracted out. You're gonna have to get in touch with somebody ahead of these. Try dialing that 327-8713 phone number. You will not get anybody on it.
Yeah, either it's busy all the time or they just don't answer.
So you go around them because they do not do what they're supposed to do.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I do have a question. We have cameras all the way around this building. We know who's vandalizing them things. Why have they been turned in? Number one. Number two, you can contact your congressman through the post and file a complaint with this post office. I want to know if anybody stood up and actually done that.
No.
Because this post office is not going to do anything unless you contact your congressman. And a lot of people need to get involved to start doing that. There are grants out there that you can get to cover the expenses on these. Do we have a grant writer?
No.
Has anybody applied for grants?
We've applied for several over the years.
Over the years, I'm talking about over the last,
Oh, for the mailboxes or
for anything.
I would say in the last year, probably not. Ever since
Okay,
the
so
year
that's where you need to
before I
begin.
know, we haven't
And I'm just gonna make a quick statement here. Each one of you board members and directors, you work for these people, okay? I'm precinct. I know what I have to do for our community. Now, I know you guys are sitting up here saying we need to turn a new leaf. Well, this is an idea to turn a new leaf. You need to find a grant writer. I know there's one over there at the Volunteer Fire Department. They get grants. So maybe one of your board members need to be assigned to figure out how to do those grants.
Well, I can say that we did apply some time back for a generator, because this is a community building and we open it in case of emergencies. We were told we did not qualify.
Well, you
There was a
don't
list of
qualify.
reasons.
Well, here's the thing about that. If you apply a grant for a generator, the volunteer fire department, they can come over here and take over this building at any given time when there's an emergency. So all the grants that go for that is supported by the fire, or is through the fire, or they get the grants.
Okay.
So whatever money that they get, and if there's an emergency, it would apply for this. And I was on the board when we talked about that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to have a relationship with this volunteer fire department. What are we paying $1,200 for?
We volunteer, we donate money to the fire department
Why?
because we felt as a community, since we had money coming in and they had minimal, they support us and we wanted to support them. This was the best way we knew to do it.
Well, I understand that, but by supporting them is when you work with them. Blood, sweat, and tears is how you get anywhere in this community. Throwing money at a problem isn't the problem in this community. Everybody in this community will donate.
Fundraisers.
Fundraisers. I did several. I brought the food distribution in. I bought coats and clothes and haircuts and school supplies.
We never.
So I know, hold on. If you are not gonna get out there and have relations face to face with these people, you ain't getting squat. If you're not out here face to face with your commissioner, you're not getting squat. You're not developing a relationship to get our roads fixed. There's guidelines and everything that you have to work with commissioners, because our roads tie into county roads. If you want something done, each and every one of you need to get up and go to commissioner's court and talk to the judge, or just sit in. You need to go meet your county chair. You need to get in with the churches and the activities. So doing it straight inside the neighborhood is not going to happen. You have homeless. You have a lot of people on SSI, SSDI. You have retirees out here. They can barely pay their rent. They can barely buy food.
Can I say something? Can I ask someone?
Excuse me?
We're getting off track.
Exactly. I mean, their checks are $1,000 a month. They just got a raise, $1,000 a month. Their electric bill's $300-400 a month. Now, I'm not trying to tell everybody that, we need to do this and do that. But when you're looking at what we need to do as a community, we need to unify and start working with these people. Do we have EMS working on the handicaps out here?
Angela, I don't think anyone will disagree with your point.
I have a good point, and I have several.
Yes, you do. But please try to understand, when I sat in that chair, when Joseph sat in that chair, now that Gene is in that chair, we have all gone to our county commissioner. Can you attest to that? Can you attest to that? And we have pled our case, but we continually get told no. We can't
You're absolutely
help
right.
you.
And you want me to tell you a good thing? Let me tell you a good thing. There's a thing called a chain of command. If you cannot get anything to that commissioner, you bring your ass to commissioner's court. You bring the judges in. Okay? You don't stop at being told no. You keep going until you have a yes. Maybe it's something that you do, instead of going there and complaining to the commissioner, maybe it's something you can say, hey, how can we help you? How can we help you make our community better? That is the key.
By a show of hands, the point she's making right now is a valid point. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. How many of you sitting here right now would be willing to go to a commissioner's court meeting? Don't just raise your hand and say, oh, I would, and then not show up. How many of you would be willing to go down, support this board, and make a showing saying we have had enough? You take our tax money and you don't provide services as you should. How many of you will go down and fight the good fight? Raise your hand. Okay, all these hands that are up, will you be willing to write your name and phone number down, and so we can organize the time for you to go with us? Because Angela, you were on this board. You know that we are limited, not only in scope, but finances. We can only do so much as a board. We need community support.
Number one, I know anytime you talk to Judge Murphy or Commissioner, you gotta have a plan, and you better turn around and figure out how to do it. If you go down there and say, my roads aren't done, or this is bumpy, or this is hilly, you ain't getting squat.
Exactly.
Write us up a plan.
Or proposal.
Give it to us. Let us know
I
on
have been
that
on there,
arm.
I'm telling you, that's what your secretary should be writing down. That's her job to start writing it down, Tony.
But it's not all on her. It is a community
It
effort.
is, but what I'm
You have
telling
the
you,
ability and the knowledge. I've worked with you. You can do this.
oh, I do a lot. I work at the hospital, I take care of 3 elders, I work at the mission. I am on the county.
I completely,
I do a ton for
completely
this
understand. Jane is taking care of an ill wife. Everybody on this board has responsibilities, but we still give all we can.
I understand
You
that.
have the ability and the knowledge. I've seen you do it. Write us up a little plan in your spare time. Don't tell me you don't
Spare
have any.
time?
None of us
Spare
have
time?
it. None of us
Spare
have it,
time.
but we make it.
Spare time. The idea is that you guys come together with a plan. That is your job as positioners on this board.
May I volunteer to bridge the gap between suggestion and reality? May I volunteer to be the ambassador that goes from this side over here to this side? There's just a small little community, right? And it's these people plus these people. And everybody, I will be in HR. All right, so let's everybody just take emotions out of the equation. We live here. We work here. This is us. This is our stuff. Hey, if there are grants to be had, I volunteer to help. If people need to talk to each other, I volunteer to help make it nice. Let's just do this, okay? So, my only suggestion is take emotions out of the equation. Hello, new board. I wasn't over here to raise my hand, but I confirmed the, okay.
So anyhow, all I was trying to say is that we need an action plan from our board members. We need a serious action plan. And each one of you board members, and I'm telling you from experience, each one of you board members, including you, has a project. You have an assignment, you have a project. And that is your baby, and you take it to the finish line. That is your job. You speak for the people. It ain't that I ain't got time. If you want to stay on this board, you will make the time. Because the community.
Wow.
It's about the community. The food distribution, it's no longer here.
It's not a
Yes.
problem, Angela. I can put sleep on the back burner. I don't need to.
Oh, that's
sleep.
okay, Tony, I get that.
We can do have food distribution.
I mean, we had other issues.
Excuse me, the food distribution is still here. We're
No, it's
having,
not.
we're having one
No, it's
on,
not.
we're having one on Tuesday.
Did they tell you why they pulled the delivery distribution?
Excuse me?
Did anybody tell you why the delivery distribution that was in place with Center for Hope was taken away?
Oh, I know a lot.
Did they tell you why? What they told us is because we couldn't get enough volunteers to help them, and they got tired of packaging it up,
You're
bringing
absolutely
it out
correct.
here.
So
and then
where's
we
the
would-
community action plan on that?
We would put out a request and ask for help.
But did you go
Nobody
door to door?
would come up.
Did you go door to door?
Go what?
Door to door.
Did you go
Door to door, really?
Yeah.
You
I
could-
went door to door to get votes for Trump.
We're done, we're done. We are done.
We are not. The idea is that we have.
I make a motion, excuse me, I make a motion that we carry on with the meeting and then we'll know.
I
Voice
second that.
opens and the people can speak.
I think we could get more help doing the food distribution if the time change.
Scott had a question earlier. He had his hand raised. Scott? Scott has the floor right now.
Right about the commissioner court thing, but to put it out there, the date and time, and some people have to make arrangements in order to be able to go.
Sure.
And you put it out there, we need to fill that commissioner court room up when we go.
That's right.
And then back on the mail thing she was talking about, they ain't never gonna get this mail back. I had a post office box in town, I'm waiting to transfer all my mail out here. I get somebody off Old Don in my mailbox all the time, and I go around and put it back in the box, out in the box. God forbid our mail lady ever gets sick, but she has a problem with it already. I mean, you got 145 Old Don next to the Kettle Trail, and I mean, that's a confusing city for mail. So putting my man back to the post office box. I didn't, that post office box got so expensive, I'm trying to get out of that.
Right? Agreed.
Yep.
Thank you. Scott?
I've been to the Commissioners Court meetings. I've been to a bunch of them. And there's, everyone, they only go by what they got on the agenda. I've never seen Indian Springs on the agenda.
Yeah.
That's what you have to give them.
Nobody's ever said anything about Indian Springs on the agenda. I've been to, I don't know how many Commissioner Court.
Well, you'll notice where they have Commissioners Court is a very small room, and if you go down there and you intend to speak, then you...
That's an excuse. Now, I know it's a small room, but here you can stand outside and hear what's going on.
Elmer, let me finish. They purposely hold it in a small room to limit the amount of people that can get in there and be seen. They don't want a large group like us to show up. You have to sign up.
Maybe we should change our thinking then.
Okay.
You know, if no one to show up, I haven't seen anybody that I know in here ever been at the Commissioner Court. I haven't seen anybody.
I have been
You're
there.
right. And
I haven't
Angela's
seen
completely
anybody
right.
go to the Commissioner's Court.
Well, you have to
First, you have to get
ask,
on the agenda.
There's
you have to get on the
nothing
agenda to be
Indian
seen.
Springs on any of their meetings.
You have to get on their agenda to be seen. They give you a limited amount of time to say anything at all. And before enough people can speak, they'll limit how many people come in from one subdivision. Before enough people can speak their mind, they shut you down and move on to something else.
You can put a petition together and send that into Commissioner's Court. They will review it, and if there's enough people on that petition, they will give you a time slot.
Then let's get one filled out.
You
And if
only-
they give us trouble getting a time slot, we can storm their meeting anyway and be
You
out
don't
there
wanna do
with,
that, trust me.
with poster boards and stuff.
But
Make
you
it
gotta,
feel
but you gotta do it
uncomfortable.
professional. You gotta do it professionally. If you guys can put a petition together on what your complaints are, it gives the court plenty enough time to review it and have answers.
But then it's like Scott said, we need to know when, because people have to arrange their jobs to be there.
Yes, I agree with that, because I work all the time. I 100% work all the time. But the first step is to get your petition together, submit it into the court, and then when they are notified, they need to notify you. They can notify you other than Facebook. There's a lot of people out here that doesn't have electronic communication. There's a lot of people don't get on Facebook. There's a lot of people don't get on Snapchat or Twitter. Okay? There's gotta be another one, and I find that rude. I find that very rude. Saying Jesus Christ is rude.
I said that to myself, not to
It
you.
doesn't
That
matter,
happened to
everybody
you.
heard it, stop. You're here as a
Okay, we've
professional.
given you way more than your 3 minutes. We're being as respectful about it as we can with you yelling at us.
I'm
on
not
something-
yelling, it's an echo in this room.
Get a microphone, you got.
I don't need
Well, that mic didn't work.
I don't need a microphone, but it echoes in this room really bad.
And you're right,
Can we
I
move
agree
on,
with
please?
you.
Yes.
I totally agree with you.
Can we move on?
That
Then let's see action, let's see action. We've been out here since way before I left.
Excuse me, you have a good point. We're listening to you, we're taking notes. But please, just give other people some time. You can't just talk to one person all day. I appreciate you, what you said, believe me, I took the notes.
Well, there's a lot to be discussed.
Yeah, we can discuss.
There's a lot that needs to be discussed, and that's what these meetings are
But
for.
let's give everybody a chance.
Identify the problem, find a resolution, and resolve the problem.
Thank you so much. We're listening and we're writing it down. We promise.
The next topic is Lake Downs and Lake Donna.
Yes. Repairs on the dams. We have been discussing them last night in our board meeting. That was with just the board itself. We have some materials we're going to start working on. We're looking for a small 1-ton dump truck that we can haul the rock with to put in there. It'd take too long trying to move it with the tractor. Those are the two things.
Get a damn piece of junk.
We're looking at maybe a trailer. Jimmy made a good point the other day that you don't have to.
Buying all this damn junk and the morning road. The grader done it anyway.
The grader runs, Elmer.
It
Well,
runs.
it ain't been moved in a damn month.
No, it
That's
hasn't.
right. So,
So,
I need to tell me, we had 10 lakes when I came here. Where are they at? People's got the proper fences on. 10 beautiful lakes in this subdivision. Lake Jackie was right here. There was a huge lake right over here. And then Lake Mark, try to go there. We had a place where we could go and we could take, it was a bathhouse. You could go swimming, take your families, have picnics. Now a guy's got his fence all the way around. How does that happen? There's a lake, there's lakes all over. There were 10 of them. Nobody did nothing to keep them up.
well, that was before my time.
Well, now's time to fix it.
And there again, it still comes down to money.
Y'all got money.
$20,000 on this
No, sir, you don't.
deal right here. It shows a balance of $20,000. What in the hell are we doing if we
That is-
disappear down the money?
That is the projected for our dues coming in, and then you have to ration that, you have to spread that out over the year. That is what will come in through our dues.
The reason the money sits in savings, Elmer, is for situations like we had when everything washed out here. We were begging for material, couldn't find any. When we did find it, it was out of our price range. Everything comes down to money, Elmer. We went over this 1,000 times.
Why are you showing $20,000 and projecting?
That's what we think is coming in for the year.
What, we got 1,100?
We hope comes in for the year. There's no guarantee that kind of money's gonna come in. People will come and tell us, I'm not paying my dues until you fix my road. Okay, given that, how are you supposed to fix the road with no money to buy material? That doesn't work. You don't go to Walmart and buy a bunch of groceries and say, I'll pay you next week when I get paid. It doesn't work that way. In order for us to do our job, which keeps getting shoved down our throat, the community has to do their part, and most of them don't.
For the people that are not paying, y'all be standing. I've been out here since '82, and every damn meeting, the people said, well, the people won't pay those dues. Well, you gotta take charge of it. I mean, go make them pay.
Tell me how to do that.
Sit it down. I mean, you got $20,000 you projected to lose. Get you a damn lawyer.
Tell me where the money's gonna come from to hire a lawyer.
We got where's this money go?
Do you think that the $20,000 that's in the savings is gonna hire a lawyer to take care of the problems? It'll retain them, and the lawyer will burn that up with, come visit us for an hour. Like one lawyer we had, we would go see him, he would charge us $500 an hour, and we got nothing from him. We are at the mercy of the system.
We're just a bunch of, a group of people out here trying to survive.
Sure.
Okay? You don't have to have a $1,000 or $2,000 an hour lawyer.
Find a good lawyer that doesn't charge that, Elmer.
For free.
The days of a $50 consultation with the council is over. That doesn't happen anymore.
So are you saying we no longer have an attorney that supports our POA?
Don't read anything into this,
I'm
Angela.
not.
We
I'm
have
asking
an
the
attorney, but we're trying not to give this one more money until we can find a better one.
So Kerry Hagan's still the attorney?
As far as I know, he is. He hasn't given us a letter telling us he isn't anymore.
When's the last time anybody spoke with him?
The last time I haven't spoken with him, I talked to his lady in Onalaska, and he closed that office and fired her. So I don't know.
I was just
And we
asking,
met with-
because I don't see any attorney fees on here. I see legal fees, but I don't see any attorney fees on here.
We haven't had to use the attorney, and to my knowledge, he isn't taking away from the initial money we paid him. I'm assuming we still have money in the bank with him.
Well, that might be something that Secretary follows up with,
I believe
to
so,
see if we
yes.
still have a contract with them.
Yeah,
Because if you all plan on, and I'm not trying to take over the floor, but if you guys plan on doing anything like raising fees or changing the amendments or anything like that, you need to have your attorney to back you up so you can file those documents. What's next?
At any rate, we were discussing Lake Downs and Lake Donna.
And I want to ask y'all something.
Yes,
So, I think it was last month, some stuff had been on Facebook and then the comments, I read all the comments because I'm just a comment reader. Somebody replied on there from another subdivision that said that legally we don't have to have an attorney to file a lien on a property for unpaid maintenance fees.
That is correct.
I don't know if that's true, but, I mean, and why do we need an attorney to file a lien on people that aren't paying their
The main reason is no one on this board has any legal training whatsoever. And if you send someone a letter and the verbiage is not correct, then you open yourself up to a lawsuit. You have to know exactly what you're doing, and that's why it's always better.
We have an attorney on retainer. Have him draw us a generic letter and let us do all the filing.
You're correct there. When he first signed on with us, what he did basically was, I will do all this work at no charge, and then when you have to collect the money, I'll take a percentage of what you collected. Then last year, we got a letter from his office telling us that was no longer the case. We have got to literally pay for everything we do. And again, lawyers' fees per hour are anywhere from $2.50 an hour up. And even though he's not going to draft the letter himself, he'll have a paralegal do it. He still has to sign it, and he's going to get paid for his signature. So again, it comes down to if we can either send him a letter and hope for the best, waste that money for a mail out, or we can try to find a lawyer that can do this for us and maybe achieve some results. It's a no-win for us. Miss Diana, it's a no-win for us. We cannot get the community to do their part, yet we constantly get our butts handed to us because they say we're not doing our part. Our part, literally, on this board, depends on this community doing their part. And when we get handed nothing but one excuse after the next, it's tough when somebody will come up here and chew us out about your fees are too much. $40 a year is too much. I'm looking at land in West Texas, it's nothing but rocks and scorpions and sand. And they have a $400 a year POA fee to maintain the roads. $400 a year to drag rocks and gravel so you can get onto a piece of property with no amenities. And we get handed our butts about $40 a year. Yet you go down to this blue store and you walk in and see those same people screaming about being broke, buying beer, cigarettes, lottery tickets, meth pipes. They have money for their needs, but they won't contribute for a better community. And that's what we battle with every day. I'm sorry if I keep beating a dead horse, Elmer, but that horse is the only one I've got to ride in on. I don't know what else to say.
That's renters that are doing it, not landowners.
A lot of them are renters, they're not property owners. But our property owners need to stand.
You're right. The people that own this property that are renting should be held accountable.
There is a new face and our board is showing force, meaning out in the community doing projects, getting with these people, you will not have a problem collecting fees. When I was on this board, we didn't have a problem collecting fees. Why? Because we were part of the community. We had things to show. We had food. We had clothes. Again, we did things for our community. We cleaned. And Tony, I know you don't have time. I understand this. Shane and I did the whole front. We were on that action team and we were getting our butts kicked. They were getting handed to us every single day. But because I got sick and my mother died, I was removed from this board. I don't have a problem being removed from this board. Hallelujah. I work county now. But I'm trying to tell you how to make this better. I'm not here handing you your ass. I'm here to tell you how to make it better.
We can.
That is what's important. Even though your vice president has a court hearing, or had a court hearing for credit card issues. You have a lot of people that don't want to pay because of the face of this community, whether guilty or not. Tony, you got a reputation right now that you're nothing but a big ass bully. After the last, and I'm not trying to bring that out. But what I'm
Since you
saying
did, this is all I'm going to say about that because the lawyer has advised me not to. When he
I'm not
allows me
saying
to
that.
do so, and I can show the video of what happened, which
I'm not
is quite
concerned
clear,
about that. It's
and
not
when
the
this is
action.
dropped against me,
It's what you showed the community.
okay,
It's
no,
the talk,
it's not what I
the
showed the community. It's what the community is spreading around the neighborhood. Non-facts.
Okay, I'm not trying to spread rumors.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, hold on. What I'm saying is, what I am saying.
That's enough.
I have my child here, I didn't report this, I did have concern, but I don't want this to be a back and forth matter.
It's not a back and forth. What I'm saying
We've had enough.
is your reputation is gonna get you your dues, your donations, and your fees.
We're not to attack each other personally. We can't.
It's not personal. I'm trying to help you guys.
Angela,
That's enough. Please.
I've been here 3 years. I have volunteered when we did the tacos and everything else. I've never seen your face.
Excuse me? I was on this board for 5 freaking years.
Yeah.
My ass was out here doing the band. I brought in more money in this board than anybody did. Can we stop?
That's enough. That's enough. This will be a civil meeting.
It is a civil meeting. But you guys, the problem is you guys don't want to hear that.
Please let somebody else speak, Angela. Please.
It's about the reputation of
Your time's up.
Okay, I got this. I got this. They are good people, but you got him with a tractor that this is paying for. You got him with a reputation. You got him that embezzled your money to do his own property. He stole the rock and sand from the road that came from Commissioner. The people need to hear the truth.
There is a big thing and you're scaring me.
Remember, I did the book. I had the minutes. Remember. Receipts, Mary. This lady here was sat on the board and didn't show up for 6 months. But she got to come back on the board after she was ill. No, it's not.
That's what her problem is. And as far as reputation goes, what happened is a pedophile.
Make a motion, everybody just calm down, take a breath, and let's continue with the meeting.
Elvis has left the building.
It's a damn unit, that didn't work.
But she said, she didn't get it.
Ooh, my PTSD is
Let's bring the noise down, please, so we can hear.
Point of order. That means let's be quiet, please, to start the meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. By a show of hands to accept the budget for the year. As a matter of fact, where is Kelley? Kelley, did you go over the budget? You hadn't gone over the budget yet. Hold off on that.
Well, it's, what, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Not yet.
No, the vote is in February on the dues issue, and whatever y'all decide by vote.
I already wrote a check, that's why I was at.
You what?
I already wrote a check, that's why I was at.
Well, you can either rewrite one, or we can apply it towards, we'll see what happens at the vote. I don't even know when it starts.
Nancy?
That sounds like mine.
My question was about that sign they put.
Oh.
Can we get to that after we finish up?
I don't know anything about it to say, to reply to it. Joseph, can you turn around where they can hear you too? Talk loud.
I went to the lady that owns the property and I talked to her about it, and she said that she allowed them to put that sign right there because they're giving her free gas. And they've got another sign on her property out there on the highway, and they're doing something else. So she's not paying for anything from Victory. It's all Victory, it's all coming for free because she let them put that sign there. And I asked her, I said, well, can't they move it or can't they raise it up where people don't, so they can, it's blocking traffic.
Hell, I can see better now than I could when the
Yeah, but the weeds were blocking the traffic too. But the reason is, she's getting free service, so that's why she allowed.
Is it on her property or?
Yes,
That is her property and that is commercial property.
Yes, it is
Yes,
her
it's
property,
hers.
and she allowed them to put it there, and I don't know if there's anything else.
She's owned it for years.
It is commercial property?
Yes, yes. And she has owned it for umpteen hundred years.
It used to be a restaurant, now it's an apartment, so yeah, it is commercial property.
Used to be a store too.
It was artists.
Yeah, but a game room too.
Yes,
Artists
right, a
store.
washability.
No, I don't like to know about it.
I would like to make a quick comment. Miss Angela made the comment that she was fired from this board because she got ill.
No.
That is not the case. Miss Angela, as you can well see, is a very outspoken person, and it got so miserable being on this board, you could not work with her. She just literally made life miserable. Yes, she did a lot of good things. She did a lot of good things while she was here. She was very helpful to our community, but we just could no longer work with her. That's why she was voted out. Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean, Tony, she really does have good points and all of that.
She
But-
makes a lot of good
Right.
points.
Yeah, but really she needs to have respect for this meeting because if not, we should not let her in here anymore. That's my opinion.
Everything has to do with the type of presentation that you have. When you make a suggestion and you want something changed, you talk with respect and you wait your turn and you don't overtalk other people and you don't scream out loud where you hurt everybody's ears. That's the problem.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
don't take everybody's
Laura?
time, you let
I mean,
everybody
is there
else talk.
anything that you guys can do going forward? I mean, this isn't the first time that you guys have had like a screaming match going back and forth with people, and I love coming to the meetings. I have my son because my husband works, but I don't want to be in that type of environment. I know some other people don't want to be in that type of environment. Is there any way after like 1 or 2 strikes they can just they have to leave? Because it just makes it hostile. That made it completely hostile. for
The
no
board,
reason at all.
the board can talk about that and see what, see what.
I have a suggestion.
Joseph, hang on. Miss Dinah's been waiting for a while.
Can we go back to projects? I've got the front door, the mailbox addition that we're trying to work on, dam repairs. Is there anything after that we got?
Well, we never really
sidetracked
finished explaining what's going on with the dam repairs. We would like the opportunity to do
from?
so.
Can we go back to that?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Or is it gonna take us too long?
Thank you.
Well, we need to cover it.
Okay, so.
Well, we've got 2 dams here that are high hazard, or at least considered such. The storm washed out the spillway at Lake Donna. It's washed out pretty bad. We've gotten several quotes to repair it. They're all astronomical, but if you walk out and take a look at the damage, you'll see why. The whole backside of that dam is deteriorating. We have been collecting busted concrete from the highway construction until we just flat ran out of somewhere to put it. We originally got it for 2 reasons. The dam at Lake Lake Downs also needs repair. It's not quite as bad as this one down here, but it's still bad. And we had hoped to try to rebuild the dam around the corner over here to bring that lake back. Mr. Steve was right. We used to have 10 lakes out here. The dams are broken, they washed out. No money for maintenance. Again, it goes back to money. If people don't pay the dues, maintenance can't be kept up. I think we're down to what, 1, 2, 3 or 4 lakes now, and then most of them need repair. We're trying to get the repair done, but like Elmer made the point, we keep buying old equipment, but that's what the money will bear. We cannot afford $150,000 to go buy a brand new piece of equipment to move this stuff around. It's just not in the budget.
We talked about even renting.
We thought we had a connection with a local guy that knows the man that owns this rental company out here on 59, and he's made several requests to hook us up, give us a reduced rate, something, and we've been told no every time. I know that there's a lot of rumors out here that this board doesn't do a damn thing. The fact is, if you just look at all that we do, you'll understand that we are beating a dead horse. We try, we truly do.
I know,
But
come help.
you do, and we're grateful for that. Oh, by the way, the 14th, she'll be here on the 14th. Everybody that sits on this board is pretty much either retired or has health problems or both. But we still manage to sit up here, take our lumps, and move forward as best as you will allow us, the neighborhood. We can only do what you give us the tools to work with. That's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but we are working on trying to bear. You're driving me nuts with that beeper, man.
Yes, you gotta stop. I was gonna get all in back to the meeting, but
both of these dams need repair. Lake Donna is the most important, because if it goes, we're not only gonna lose one of our largest lakes, but downstream, it's gonna cause a lot of damage.
So it's a
And
dump
we could
truck
be
that we're
responsible
needing?
for it.
No, it's not a dump truck. We were blessed to get a lot of concrete to make this change. Some of it is just too big to move. So we need equipment that can move it. Mr. Benny, the rabbit guy, has donated the use of a jackhammer. But finding somebody young enough and strong enough to run it is a bit of a task. Jackhammers are not light, as you can imagine. We can use our tractor to move some of it, but we have to do to bug it back. I've been looking at a dump truck, but Jimmy made a good point the other day. A dump truck, you've got to register, and it's fuel costs, licensing, tires, oil, all that stuff. But if we can find one of the heavy-duty dump trailers, then we can use that to move the stuff around. We'll have a vehicle to pull it, but still we'll be able to maneuver it around, get it where it needs to go. So now I'm online looking for a dump trailer.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a man here who owns a company and has several property here that brings dump trucks in and brings stuff in from Houston, who is my neighbor.
Yes.
Why don't we ask if
We've actually used his mini excavator on a couple of things.
Yeah, especially the corner of Alhoop, because that's got to the point where we can't get in and out without a truck. And the culverts are there.
Would you be willing to visit with him and see if he'll come and talk to us about maybe helping out? Well, we just need to move. See, the problem is, and we found this out recently, not everybody wants concrete in their dump trucks. Not firm, hard concrete. They haul dirt and gravel and light stuff. But when you start putting big chunks of concrete in a dump truck, it destroys it.
He come and bought big old white rock for me to redo my gravel.
Right?
Mine, when Donna's, before Donna sold the house, because we shared the load, half with the Donna's in Lane's and half with
Right.
my gravel.
If he'd be willing to work with us, we'll sure talk to him.
That would be amazing.
Again, some of these pieces of concrete are the size of Volkswagens.
Mr. Rivas probably brings his dump trucks in every weekend he's here.
If you get a chance to speak with him, maybe Jackie could speak with him, somebody, and see if he'll come visit with us.
Yeah, but I think Jackie and them are related to him, because he's got that property on.
Sure.
I'm east, but there is west. Buffalo Run, and then he walked probably across the lake.
Yeah.
So,
We'd love to talk to him if he'll visit with us.
he's the one that brought the blacktop in and did from a certain corner to a certain corner, so we could get him the property.
We'll listen to anybody that'll talk to
No,
us.
I'm just saying,
We need the help.
we need, yeah, I'll say, we need to chase him down.
Whatever works best.
And you just said it, neighbor names, they all hang together.
Well, that's the deal with the two dams. Like I say, Lake Donna is the worst, and it's going to cause the most amount of damage if the spillway happens to breach. That's why we went up with the tractor and put some of the concrete on the one end by the swimming hole, because we begged people and tried to make them understand this is dangerous. And every time I go down there, there's four-wheelers, there's kids playing on the spillway. If there's anybody standing on that spillway at the moment it gives up, they're
I
gone.
used to walk. I used to walk 2 miles a day.
Sure.
I don't walk anymore because of the dogs. I'm afraid I'm gonna get bit.
I know the feeling. Well, that's what we wanted to make you aware of as far as the two dams. Those are the two that we're most concerned about. If Lake Downs breaches, it's going to wash out AA lakes, because that's where it ends up.
Yeah, I
It
don't
goes,
know where that is, but I'm at Lake
you
Laura.
you remember where T-Jack's was at? The grocery store up here?
Oh.
T-Jack's?
On 1276?
Yes, if you make a right there and go down a mile or two, the entrance to Double A Lakes is behind us.
It butts up right.
Oh, okay.
And the water that comes out of Lake Downs goes through a creek. It goes down to a spillway that they've got built that you have to drive across in order to get into their subdivision. And if that amount of water ends up in their subdivision, it's going to take out their spillway and quite possibly several of their homes. So these are very important areas we are looking at. But again, we can only do so much. If we fix the dams, we get screamed at because we didn't fix the roads. If we fix the roads and the dam breaches, why didn't y'all fix the dams? What a flip a coin.
Well, I know you always fix our roads. but-
Well, when I can get over there, I do try to, but it seems like no matter how much we do over there, we put material on that intersection right there by the old church twice. But because of the angle of the road, every time it rains, it washes right out.
Right. The only thing I know is the excavator or something to put those two culverts.
We've got to put in ditches and drains in order to stop that.
Right.
Okay, well, that's all I have to say about the dams. Do you have anything to add?
We'll get, Kelley,
Oh, what?
do you want to go ahead and go over the,
We all pretty much have seen the proposed budget for this year. It has the money that comes in on top, it's easy to see. List how much money should come in if 30% of owners pay their dues again, because that's what we've gotten, 30 and 31% for the last, like, 5 years? 5 or 4 years. That's how much has come in, 30 to 32% total of dues. So if that's paid in again, we would have that and the transfer fees that we get in from the LLCs and the title companies, and the building rentals that we do, usually one a month. It's usually more in summer. We do them every week sometimes, then we have a cold spell. We should take in though, projected on past experience also, the $20,000, then you'll see our expenses under there. Both the rest of the pages are the expenses. Some are fixed expenses like our utilities, property taxes, and administrative expenses. The list right here in the middle. Did y'all all get a copy? No. Okay, there were some on the table, we might need to make more. Mine's all written on, but if we take away from that 20,000 that should come in for that, because that's all of our money coming in, is the 20,000. Our bank charges, we didn't have any. Our legal fees, property owner, the required mail outs that we do, our office expenses, our fixed costs and our administrative cost. I didn't even write the total down here on mine. I gave you all the final copy. 5,000 for the administrative cost, and then our fixed costs that are all of our utilities and things. A lot of that is 54,
Insurance,
70.
property tax, Secretary of State filings that we have to do every year. Total of everything came to $5,469.
No?
It should be the 7692 plus the 5100.
Oh, sorry.
And then at the very, I know.
That's 10,000.
That's last year's.
Oh, that's last year's
So-
budget. I'm sorry, I didn't get
Look.
this year's.
Yeah, the one that says 25 on top.
Okay, there we go.
And, yeah, but then your operating costs, like at the bottom down here, that's also gonna come out of the 20,000. That's our water bill, telephone bill, electric, our security, which is our ADT alarm system, which you're about to get them to come do a checkup. All of our cameras around the building, that's that fee. It's 520 a year. Our building maintenance, community events, road maintenance, our tractor payment, all of that coming out, plus the dam maintenance. And then you see that was our operating cost for $18,887. And then our contributions that go out, to the fire department, $1,200 for the year, and to our reserve account for emergencies in the neighborhood. It's never been touched. It's only never been taking money out of it, and we've never been putting money in for the last at least 5 years when I've been here. All we've added was interest, but now we're gonna add, because we can donate to the volunteer fire department, we can donate to our neighborhood, into our reserve budget for when emergencies do come up, or when we need to pave a parking lot. It's a reserve budget to cover unexpected expenses like the air conditioning breaks, or tornado comes, or the road washes, bridge washes out. That's what that's supposed to pay for. We need to be putting that towards our neighborhood and our property owners. But of course, we want to give to the fire department too. They're one of our neighborhood, they're first responders right here in the neighborhood. Doesn't matter what they have going on with them, that's not our business. But we feel as a board, and we brought it before the community last year when we added to the budget, and they agreed that we've got to put something out to somebody in the community to expect anything back. Put out good, you'll get good back in different ways. Well, if you look at this number here, our total operating expenses, is this the last year's one? Or did I fix it? Because I didn't change that number. But they're $31,750 and we only get $20,000 in.
Actually, Kelley.
You're looking at last year.
I'm looking at my list from last night at the meeting. $35,000. Our operating expenses are $35,000, and we're expecting to only get $20,000 in. And that's why we've also talked to the board again as going after, like y'all have suggested over and over, Elmer, and thank you. And like everyone wants to do, and it's just common sense. Go after the ones not paying. That's who you have to go after. We have to do it in the least expensive way possible. And we're not going to start right out with paying an attorney thousands of dollars to turn in people that haven't paid dues so we can recover $40 or $200, 5 years worth. It's not worth it. We can't go that route because then we're just burning money. We looked at the state of Texas rules. It's not covered in bylaws about old ones. So you go by the state of Texas. And their rules, you have to give them notice. You have to give them a second notice. It's like when you're doing a...
Eviction or something.
Yes, and then there's different routes you can go, and the postage is cheap, it's easy, we can do it by postcard. Just the residents that are not paid up would get a notice, because we have 1,800 something property owners. It won't be expensive like the big mail out where you have to get it to every property owner. It's the 65 to 70% that haven't paid. They'll get a notice, they'll have 30 days. If they don't respond to it, they get a second notice. If they don't respond and catch up on that one, or at least start, we have to offer them a payment plan. They can pay $3 a month. You have to offer it to them, and that's fair, whatever. Then you can call and get it taken care of. To where they're not from a lawyer either. You can use different routes that HOAs and POAs can use before it goes all drastic. We're not going to take anybody's houses. And if we do have to end up getting a lawyer, the lawyer's not going to kick people out of their houses. All they would do is file for a lien against those properties, and it can never be sold at all unless that lien is paid off, and it would be the money they owe to us.
Nancy had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say welcome to the new board members.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And sorry that it didn't turn out the way we thought it would.
Well, we knew there were going to be some issues.
Yeah.
It's no secret that I had an altercation up here with the young man. It's not like I got into an altercation with the preacher or somebody of impeccable character. I got into an altercation with a young man that caused a problem, and I literally was forced to take action to save my butt. Nonetheless, this will come out in court. That being said, let me change subjects for a second. Many of you here, like me, know what a COLA is. It's a cost of living raise. Many of us depend on that. But what people come up here with anger in their voices don't seem to understand is this board has to have a cost of living raise. Just because it's a new day, a new board, new people, doesn't mean that prices for us to buy material, to fix roads and make repairs are the same they were in 1960. But the board over the years has opted not to increase it because of the supposed financial hardships that we find in this community. This community is growing, and if you've not noticed, there's a lot of very high-end homes being built there. If we don't get on board that train and start following the rules to increase our income, these people are going to want to know, wait a minute, I've got a $500,000 home here. Why don't you fix my road? Well, because we can't afford to. Well, why not? Elmer knows, because we don't increase the dues. This is not just fly-by-night. pipe dreams. This is fact and reality. It costs money to maintain a neighborhood with 40 miles of road in it. And people complain about their $40 a year. If we don't make some changes in this upcoming election to increase our dues, we're in a world of hurt. You know, but we've said it before, we'll say it again. There's people out here making tons of money off this neighborhood, raking in lots of money, buying cheap land, selling it for a lot of money. They should pay their fair share. And that's why we're asking you to vote yes on per deed. There's a lot of rumors being spread that, oh my God, I've got 3 lots, they're gonna charge me for each lot. Not if they're on the same deed. You know, if you've got lots all over the neighborhood, but you want all your roads fixed, don't expect it to get done on $40. We can't do that. We have to have a cost of living raise in this neighborhood through this board to maintain this neighborhood. And I had to get that off my chest. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just wanted to bring up the fact that this little card that was sent out is fake. It was done by a real estate developer that has bought up a lot of land here.
I have no doubt.
And he does not want to pay. So anyway, this is the problem, but it was sent and it has the heading of the board of directors and everything.
Sure.
And that is a liability.
You have to give the guy or woman credit, whoever did it. You know, that was pretty slick. What they did was not illegal. They didn't claim to be on the board. They never said anywhere on the card it was being sent and approved.
They just used names.
Yeah.
But the way it was sent, and the
Smoke and
way it
mirrors.
was projected,
Sure.
everything on the document looked like it came from this board.
Yeah.
Sure
Well,
does.
it's called
And it's
spam.
false. Huh?
It's spam.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's false, and y'all need to let people know that's not from.
Well, we've tried. We put it out on Facebook. We
When
talked
I saw it,
about
I knew where it came from.
Can
Yes,
I say
ma'am.
something? Neal?
Oh,
Can
Neal.
I say something? Thank you very much. So, in my opinion, that this letter actually served us. It did not hurt us because honestly, or anybody that saw that letter will realize that, oh, this person is trying not to pay their dues, and now everybody knows about it. So, in fact, in my opinion, it works better, and he did free advertising for us. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
But we also have a gentleman riding around in a truck who, he stopped me in front of my house, and because I work a lot of hours and I do take care of a couple of elderly people, I leave at 5 in the morning, sometimes I don't come home till 8 at night. He is driving around these neighborhoods, and he's saying, oh, is that house empty? Is it for sale? Because he stopped me in my driveway.
What color?
It's a little truck, like a Ford Ranger or
Maybe a Toyota?
a Toyota.
I really don't see anything wrong with that
I
because
wanna say it's tan or brown or gold, but he always has a cup of coffee in his hand.
in my opinion, if they pay, if they come here and buy more property,
But
the
he's one
neighborhood
of
will
those
be
that
better,
are,
you know,
he's
like
one of
that.
those that is coming in
Right.
and tearing down the old house or whatever and then selling it for more.
That's true, but remember that the people that's gonna buy it, okay, they're gonna pay a lot of money for it, then the more money is gonna come in here, and it's gonna make the neighborhood better.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying that you,
No,
I say
yeah.
like, let's look at it from the positive side of view. It's
No,
really
I'm
good
just saying
thing.
him, he's asking me what's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it, but I feel like I'm a single woman. I don't like being stopped in my driveway at dark.
Yeah.
I don't come to these mailboxes at dark.
That's true, yeah.
Well, for what it's,
Because of the people that hang out up here, because I got approached one night checking my mail. So I don't come up here at dark.
for what it's worth, I met with a realtor yesterday on one of my properties I'm considering getting rid of. And this lady told me what I already knew. She said, sir, in all my years of being in real estate and my family being in real estate, we have never seen a community blow up the way Indian Springs is blowing up. She said, hang on, because it's about to get to be a wild ride. It's been years that this community's been worth nothing. And now all of a sudden, you can't touch a piece of land out here. I bought multiple lots for $500 a lot. Nobody wanted them. Now you're looking at an unimproved lot at $10,000 or more per lot. So hang on, it's getting wild.
Arnie had his hand up.
I had a couple of questions for the board. First of all, something that was relayed to me is that when you haven't paid your dues, they can only go 4 years back on that.
5 years.
5 total.
5 years.
4 late ones and then the current year. So that's 5 total.
So, I guess what I would be looking at, on a business end of things, is you start looking at the people that are at that range and put together a committee. You start going and making these notices, saying, hey, you know, if you got somebody that's like a year behind or something like, you know,
Yeah.
but take the high-end ones first. And start and do it step by step. The word will start getting around that, hey, they're getting serious about this.
Yes.
The thing is, when I have talked to some of these people, and as the board knows, I have gone out and helped fix these roads, and I tell you what, you have a point. We don't have material to fix these roads. I mean, it's like I'm trying to fix a road that's got gullies in it that would tear the front end off of some of these cars.
And it's so expensive.
And the thing
Just
is,
to maintain a
I start
driveway.
trying to, you know, collect enough material to fill that up. And then you start looking at it and it's like, oh my God, the height of the road itself is, some of them are like 3 foot below where they should be.
Right.
But the thing is to get that money coming back in, the dues that should be paid, I understand that you can't just do an overall, let's go get everybody. You're gonna have to do it step by step.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to take the high-end people first. And as I've talked, I worked in the court system for 5 years, where I saw people come in and do stuff that, oh, you gotta have a lawyer. No, if you have somebody that has the knowledge, or has a paralegal that they can hire on the side to help them get things lined up, you can walk in there and you can file those papers yourself.
Right.
You know, the court system will identify paperwork that is filed properly.
Right, instead of looking at the picture, the negative side of, well, y'all aren't gonna do that, or we can't do that because you'll have to hire an attorney and it's gonna cost thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
You gotta go back, like you said, look at the easy way. Let's take the ones that are 4 and 5 years in arrears, do their legal 30-day notice. If they don't respond, you have to give them another one. Then you go to the courthouse and you can file your own papers. Yep.
You start having people hearing that they're actually doing something now. I mean, I've had people when I'm out working on some of these roads that will come out there and say, well, it's about time, and I'm like, well, I'm just trying to help out here, and then you talk to them about the dues, and I've had them actually basically slap me in the face and say, well, I ain't paying my damn dues until I see a hell of a lot more work being done on it.
Well, that negativity needs to just be dropped and ignored and not even given a breath of air and just focus on the positive stuff, so we'll never move forward on anything.
That's what we're at in this neighborhood.
I would like to
You're right.
I would like to clarify something. Miss Angela made a statement earlier that when she was on the board, we didn't have problem collecting money, blah, blah, blah. That's technically what happened was after we hired our current lawyer, he put together a letter, very blunt and straight to the point. Pay your dues or else. We sat at her house and we stuffed and stamped envelopes to mail out. We got about half of them mailed out and COVID hit. This was back right before COVID.
Right.
Then we were told, because COVID is here, you can't send those letters out and force people to pay because no one's working. Half those letters sat in her living room for over a year, and I'm assuming that she still has them. We weren't ever able to mail them out. But we had people calling us going, why can you not notify me that I owe this money, but you can send me a threatening note from the lawyer? And I explained to them, the same address we use to send those letters from the lawyer is the same address we send your notice to every year. And at least half of those come back.
We need quarterly reminders though, just on a postcard, it's way cheaper. you're behind on your dues. Quarterly reminders, you give them 30 days, you can do it in monthly.
Since this place started, we have had hell getting dues. And that's just the bottom line.
I have done some research, and all of these associations have had people that think, well, I don't have to. But however, if you go talk to the ones that when you pull up to a gate and there's somebody sitting there going, who are you and what's your business here? You find out that they've got people that have been working at making sure that those dues are being paid for.
Right.
Okay, that's where we're at. We need to have, maybe not what you call overly aggressive, but but a step-by-step aggression, putting things in order where people realize things are moving ahead. You're right. This area. Every time I turn around, I got somebody walking around in my backyard because I got properties for sale behind me. Okay, they want $20,000 a piece for them, but that's their prerogative. They bought them, they can sell them.
Miss Diana?
This is going up.
So the vote to raise the dues to $60 per deed is happening February 8th. Have those mail outs gone out yet?
It went out, the annual mail out was in there, and we've already received a list of requests for absentee ballots for that, and we prepped all those and gotten them back to them. It's out of state property owners mostly.
I thought this had to do with the election on the 14th.
The first she did, the second.
No, I had both in that annual mail out. It was listed at the bottom.
This counts as our 30-day notice.
Yes.
Well, we didn't want to do another $2,000 mail out, so it was included in that one.
Didn't know whether it was all.
Yes, ma'am, and it's next month, and that's what the meeting will be about, voting on those issues, and do what y'all want to do with it. Joe?
I'd like to make a suggestion that, I know that you do the mail outs and things like that, but when there's a whole large amount of people that have not paid their dues the early part of the year, like this month, put up a sign and saying the dues they're due now, to put the price, and then you could suggest that, if you don't pay your dues, then we're gonna do something about it, however you wanna word it.
People are
Put a
funny.
sign up and show it at the front, right there where people can drive in and see it. That way you're not gonna spend $1,600 or $2,000 for a mail out, just right there on the sign.
Well, again, it comes down to
Name of the ones.
it comes down to wording. If people naturally don't like to be threatened,
Not a
so
threat.
No, just a nice
I understand,
reminder.
but it,
Please, one at a time.
it comes down to verbiage. If you can find a nice way to let people know, hey, the community needs this money to be paid so they can move forward. But when I've seen people send out posts that say pay up or else, and what are people going to do? They're going to push it back.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about letting the community know that the dues are due and it's this much. And, let them know that,
We kind of thought that's what the mail out would do, but it's
Well, I
not
know,
turned out.
but that's what, $1,500 or $2,000. What I'm saying is it costs maybe $100 to put the sign up.
That's why I'm at the second one, after the one that got blown over, the one that didn't get blown over, me and my husband donated so that can be done, and it was never done.
Well, it needs to be.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It was done before, years ago, and it did have an effect. It was not a threat. It's just allowing people to know that, to live here in this community, you need to keep the subdivision up, the roads, and the different things. And
Many of these neighborhoods around us, Polk County especially, a lot of
they have
them.
signs.
At the entrance where you come in, they have their big sign, which when you look at ours, it's got wasted. And anyway, part of that though is they always have the metal signs, and it lists all their, this neighborhood is a deed restricted community. Due meetings are the second subward each month, and dues are 40 per, every time they drive in, they can see it. And it's just a little metal, professional looking, blends in.
We used to have a big one in the front, and it disappeared.
Well, we still have it, but we had to take it down.
Yeah.
One of the property owners bought land on both sides, and it just cost us nothing but grief. Our big one up front was taken down because the land was sold. That one was taken down because the land was sold.
What about, you know where the sign is, say in Indian Springs, where you're coming from town?
Right.
The sign there says Indian
The little
Springs?
green one now.
Okay, that right there is property of the highway department.
Sure.
So if you contact them, they may allow you to put a sign.
I've talked to them about it. We can get a small sign that they put up, but they will not allow anything any
Well,
larger.
then you can put it up on this property here.
It's gonna have to be inside the community borders. We've looked at several places, put one in several designs.
What I'm saying is putting the sign up is making everybody here aware that there are property dues to live here. And it needs to be paid because it's for everybody, it's not for one person or 10 people. It's not for the rich and the poor don't get anything, it's for the whole community. And if you make everybody here aware of that, they can't say, well, I didn't know we had property dues. Because the people that are selling these properties, they're not telling anybody about the property dues. When I was president, I got phone call after phone call after phone call about people saying, I didn't know there was property dues. The people I bought the property from never told me.
And they
This
never
is what I'm saying, if you put up a sign, nobody can say that because it's right there.
Maybe we can rethink the one that's in front of my truck. Yeah, we need to rethink the verbiage on this
We don't
sign.
want ugly billboards sign though. We didn't, yeah. Because
We're
we're trying
talking
to.
about the victory sign.
They didn't even utilize that side of that sign. That's my biggest issue with it is if you can put an ugly sign, you should
Are
use
we
both
done
sides.
with our stuff?
the budget.
Okay, can we get a vote on accepting the budget or no? Ms. Diana?
So there was a poll that checked it out about the victory sign. Has the board decided it's allowed?
We can't do anything about it. It's on private property.
And it's because with didn't follow that deed restriction either, that about, commercial properties being in the neighborhood. We know they've been here since the beginning. Several, some are still here, some have gone by way, but we can't go and rip their sign down when there's other ones over the neighborhood and been doing it. And it was allowed, 30 years ago,
It might
40
be an
years ago.
eyesore, but the gentleman that's putting in the feedlot down here on Old Don, that's an eyesore as well.
It's just ugly.
So can we encourage the property owner to keep that corner maintained, which
We
I asked
actually,
for that last year?
when all the bushes were growing there,
Yes.
we sent a note over to her by a very good friend of hers. And he went by and said, can you please mow this down? Because she said, I'm not taking it down, that's my property and I'll do anything I want.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm not mentioning any names, but she was very forceful and very clear. She owns that property and she'll do anything she wants to with it. And I explained to her friend that if there is an accident there, because you can't see around that corner, she will be named liable. Didn't faze her in the least. Didn't care.
She's just a slumlord anyway, so.
I'll reserve my opinion. She's a property owner. But nonetheless, can we get a vote to accept the budget?
I move that we accept the budget.
Seconded by multiple folks. That'll work. Do you have anything else that you want to bring up?
I don't have anything.
Okay, I would like to say this. We've been here longer than we wanted to be, and we all have things to do, but we want to open the floor to a quick comment, pat on the back, a question. If you don't like the answer to the question, please don't beat us up. If you ask a question, we'll give you an answer.
April.
I think your hand went up first.
Yes. So I have a quick comment, and the comment is the conducting of this meeting needs to be done a little bit better because this outrageous commenting going on. When the floor is open is where that's supposed to be. Not in the middle of y'all trying to put all the agenda out.
Right.
So I do believe that for this to go forward, someone needs to state that at the beginning of the meeting. Now I know minutes are supposed to be read at the beginning of these meetings. That never happened because of the chaos. So my thing is to do it conducted more, I'm not saying we're professional, we're all small bodies here. We're people trying to care about our community.
More order.
But for this to go on and everyone's point to be heard, it
agree to that 100%.
Yes.
And I hope for a better year for all of us.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ms. April.
It's been suggested to us that we
Hang on.
get a sergeant at arms
I
also.
understand what this man is, I'm not sure of his name, but if somebody shows up at my gate, yes, I am gonna go out there because all the houses around me are weekend houses, except for 2. So, if somebody shows up at my gate, yeah, I'm going out there.
Sure.
Thank you for doing that. That's a good thing.
I mean,
It's a good
because if somebody comes down my road, they're either come see me, my neighbor, or that new brick house.
Sure. Well, the fact is, no, we don't have a neighborhood patrol. We've tried, it's just
No,
not.
and I know,
So you have to take care of your own, because it's a big community, and there's a lot of not so nice people
and that's
here.
what I'm saying, when this man shows up at my gate at dark,
Sure.
yeah, I'm going to pull my gun, but I'm not gonna pull it till he steps on my property.
Sure.
But as a single female, you know, everything around me is weekend houses.
That's been a constant issue out here too, that we just hadn't had the money for years, boards in the past. There needs to be more lighting. There's so many more residents out here, and it's population explosion. At dark corners at night, the lighting keeps 90% of the criminals away from it. They don't want to be lit up.
Joseph?
But-
I do have a street light.
And cameras.
What I wanted to say is, what went on here today is totally wrong.
I agree.
Years ago, we had a sergeant of arms, and they stood here in the front here, and anybody that was disrupting in the meeting, they would ask them to leave. And if they didn't leave and they wouldn't be quiet, a deputy sheriff was called and they were escorted out. But what we went forward with that, and what we were doing was, we would get a deputy sheriff to meet in our community meeting, and it never happened. This kind of stuff never happened.
Well, I hate to
Deputy
think it
sheriff
occurs.
sitting in our meeting, this would be eliminated.
We have 3
Yeah, but that's terrible to have somebody
I'm
like
sorry.
that in our meeting.
This is the world we live in.
I understand that. I've lived down there all my life, Joseph. I know.
I've been here 38 years,
Yes.
28
And when the
years.
sheriff's department was ready to elect, they were up for elections for a new sheriff, and they kept meeting with us graciously. They were at the board meetings,
Yeah.
and then they were at the community meetings.
Yeah, we haven't seen them since.
No. we
Right,
don't.
and they were coming to all our meetings and events then,
But you know what
now
they
they
told
kind
me?
of ghosted us.
I talked to them again about this when I was president before, and they said, well, due to the mass exit, they lost 28 deputies. And the reason they lost 28 deputies is because they start out their deputies at $35,000 a year, and Onalaska starts their deputies out at $55,000 a year.
That's
So they
one
come
reason
here, they
they
get
got
their
rid of
training,
them.
and they go to Onalaska. So we lost
Okay.
28 deputies.
Okay, we're getting off track. Mayor?
I want this on the record that Brian Davin in Woodville is in charge of this area in Polk County, is the federal center for us. He's out of Woodville. Brian
The
Davin.
Federal Center for what?
What is it?
Did you catch what he said for?
Brian Davin.
I say that Brian Babbitt is our.
Oh, Brian Babbitt. Okay, I got you.
Brian Babbitt is our,
I got
He's
you.
the federal.
Is he a
State
state representative?
Yeah, he's a representative.
We need to get with him, and then we'll do that.
That may not be a bad idea, Mayor. It really might not be. If we can't get anything done locally, we may have to go over their heads.
What about the 2 or 3 we have living in the community, we can't, that pay, or I don't know if they pay their dues, why can't we get them volunteers to come up here and sit?
Are you talking about the sheriff's department?
Oh.
I think we only have one in the neighborhood now.
No, there's
don't we?
2.
There's 2.
Which
yeah,
two?
there's two.
There's 2.
One's on the
lives
end of
board,
Pachetta.
And one lives back in.
I think it came up in one of our other meetings.
That's a jurisdiction problem.
It is,
Yeah.
but, they are not assigned to this
Right,
area.
they're not.
Like, where
They live out
like
here,
they're-
that's it.
where they patrol and such, They can't just come and patrol
Right.
here because
They
it's
just
their
live out
neighborhood.
here, that's all.
They just live here.
Right.
They are assigned different areas.
Yes.
Basically, all they can do is if they come here, be one of us sitting here, not show their badge.
Right.
Show anything you see.
Right.
Unless it is ordered by one of their higher ups, they have approval to do it. They cannot come and represent themselves as law enforcement.
Right.
So they have to have approval from their higher ups before they can participate like that.
That's true.
I got a question.
Elmer?
Probably been asked 100 times. Can we work with Chico or whoever it is to get the street lights? And find out how much it would cost us, you know, a subdivision, how much it would cost for when the street lights are on now. Because there's some roads down here, damn, buddy, you make a wrong turn, you lost.
You're right.
And I've been out there 40-some years, I still get lost.
To kind of give you an answer, back when I sat in his seat, I reached out to the people at Chico, and I explained to them that our neighborhood had a bit of an issue with crime, and was there anything that we could do as a community to get streetlights put in out here? I was told no. I said, okay, what about this? You guys pay a crew to come out here every year or other year to clean the right-of-ways around their light poles, their power poles. They mulch all that stuff down. I said, we've got a tractor and a brush hog. Once it's done once, they clear 10, 12 feet around that pole. Why can't we mow it for you? The gentleman said, it doesn't work that way. Have a nice day.
But I think we need to go back.
We may revisit that.
Back to, not the office down here at town. The main office, like the Henderson or something.
Henderson,
Right.
Whatever it is.
Elmer?
And find out about it.
I think what's going to happen though, if you want a street light like on your street, you have to pay for it each month. It's applied to your bill, not to the.
I got 2 street lines I have to pay.
$11 a month.
$2 or something a month, that's free. And anybody, I mean, $2 a month, $3
I paid 9.
Oh,
We got with Chico about putting lights down by Lake Donna so that we didn't have any liability or accidents at night. It's just so dark and there's so many people that use it. We got prices from them because they already had poles up of 3 different size lights. Starts at 11 and goes to like 29, then like 40.
Get the noise down, please.
The issue was though we could get street lights out here, but on the lake it's different. We own the property. They will come put that for us. If we put them around the neighborhood on the streets, they won't put them on their easement, or what do you call it, the right of way, their part of the edge of the street, without a huge payment. And we would have to get permission from property owners to put it on theirs if it was slightly inside the property. That was the issue on why we didn't get them yet, because you're right, it needs lighting so bad.
I got a question. Somebody on the board that's got a push to go to Chico or to Hawthorne. You gotta go down.
Yeah, well, we did when we were looking for Donna, but you're right, it needs to be addressed again. Because that's a big issue.
Okay, you need to keep the noise down so we can hear each other. Donna, Bonnie?
I do first want to say congratulations to the new board.
Thank you.
Very much. I do really feel this is going to be a productive year going forward. So we thank you for that. And I'm here whenever I can volunteer. I think I put that out there before. But I do want to agree with the gentleman right here as far as the lighting. You said you've talked to somebody or people to try to put some lights up. I just got a light put in our residence. It's to have a light put up if you already have a pole. And this was just last week. They installed it. It's $50, okay, for the installation, and it's $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
And they're bright, because if you turn on my property that's down by the lake, I don't even live there yet, but they installed one when they installed my electric. And you turn on the far end of my street, you can see mine at the other end lit up because it lights a big circular part of the street. They do work, they're very inexpensive, But we've got to, it's logistics, figuring out where can we set them? Is it gonna be on the county easement part, or is it gonna be slightly on people's property?
I guess we won't mind individual.
I've given this information before, it's no secret, so I'll tell you again. If you currently have a street light, and it's the old school, yellowish looking bug light thing that is horrible to look at, even if it's working, if you'll call Chico and tell them your bulb is out, they'll come pull that metal halide light out of there. And they will put in one of those cool blue, white, fluorescent or neon things. They light up much better area and they're more crystal clear. They want to because they're cheaper to operate. Yes, sir.
Another option that people have is they have now solar lights, and they're LED lights, and they're solar powered, and all they do, it costs you the initial fee to buy the light. And you can put it on your house, you can put it in your tree, you can put a pole up, whatever you want to do, and once you pay for it, it's there, and it takes the sun, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to run, and it's bright. Because our daughter has one on her house, and it lights up the whole yard.
Most of the people I've talked to want street lights, but they don't want yard lights because they like to look at the stars. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you. You can't have it both ways.
Tell them to buy a flashlight.
Yeah.
Tony, I had this light. I put it like for a year in my property, and honestly, I took it off because it's light pollution. And I come here, I want to look at the sky and stuff like
There
that.
you go. So it's a personal choice. What it comes down to.
You just tell them put in motion lights that way.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Right. Well, Joseph, and when you were still here, the board had been looking at, these are still in my Amazon cart.
Yeah.
These big solar street lights, they're lights. They go, you don't stick them on a house.
Yep.
There's a pole and they're long and they've got a whole bunch of.
That's what I was
and
talking
you can get them
about.
in different strengths of light and everything, and we had priced them in, and some are $189 for a 2-pack. And some of them are $109 for.
But that's a one-time fee.
Yeah.
What? You're right.
It's not a monthly fee.
And I think we even approved it then, but we didn't.
Didn't go for
Because we approved lots of projects in the past on the board, but haven't had the money to go forward on it. They've been approved, and one of them was get street lighting.
Yeah, well, the solar powered lights that have a motion detector on them.
Sure.
There's a one-time fee, and it's run by the sun. And it doesn't come on unless somebody or something comes in your yard. It comes on.
Yeah, you can set
Because
it
across the
to
road from me, they have giant spotlights, and every time a dog or a cat goes across it, it lights up my whole house.
Miss Diana?
Just from some old business, how are we coming along with the bus stops?
That's a question for y'all, because I don't know.
Last time I talked to the pastor that offered to do that for us, and he met with us. What's the last you heard from him? He had a question and called me, and I referred him to you.
It's the same thing. Did you ever get your frames?
Yes, I purchased 2 frames, and well, I purchased 5 frames. 3 of them he reimbursed me for projects he was doing, and 2 were for us to start out with the bus stops. I have not talked to him since he picked them up. I do know he picked them up.
Did he keep them over there with him?
He took them, I think he took them over to the church.
Because that's where they were going to build with that crew. But the last conversation I had with him is he said he was wary of using those and wanted to know if y'all had decided to go with their plans. And I said, I don't know. You need to call the president and talk to him and refer him back to you, because we've met with him several times.
You want to reach out to him?
I don't know. He told me they were really good, so I don't know.
Well, he was telling us they were too weak to put the bolts, or he said that. It's something about building, and I'm not good at remembering that stuff. But he was in here with Gene and I. He said it was too weak. He looked at pictures and then he went and looked at them to put the kind of bolts to tie it together, to hold them together, to make one bus stop, and wanted to know if we wanted to move forward with all of them, because they do a lot of woodworking. Do the wood and have them all similar looking. I said, I don't know. You need to call the president. And that's the last I spoke to him. He's really nice.
Kelley?
They're still being worked on.
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
Kelley,
Take care. Thank you.
is someone gonna be available to take the dues today? Because, I've had people calling me off and on, who do I call to get to come up there to pay the dues? I can't get anybody up there, nobody's ever up there. That's what I've been told. I know it's not true, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So, is there somebody gonna be able to be taking money today?
No, this is Saturday. I need a break. I was here all day Friday. I was up here Thursday, and I was in town all day Thursday, then up here working on financials. Lots of the ladies were. There were ladies up here helping us take Christmas stuff down and move stuff, this and that. There was a lot of work going on.
Do you have the POA mobile number? Do you have the POA mobile number?
Well, that's
Can
one
you
thing
give, if they call you, give them that number, and they can get with Kelley.
Yes.
and they-
That's what I did.
Yeah.
So
The
they
names
can-
on these deeds.
Stuff like that can be dropped in. Right, right.
Okay, thank you
Put
for
the
coming.
basket on the inside so
Thank
they
you so
can drop
much.
your.
No, I'm here now. That's great. We took a bunch of them before the meeting. But we had to cut it off when the meeting started. Is that him?
Yeah.
What's with the little dot so we know which one to look at? Thank you.
Okay, let's listen.
For those of us who choose to do it online, is the online one, is that accurate? Does that work?
Every time we get a payment in, our files are updated and straight to the website and it gets updated.
Okay.
If you're on the website and paying dues,
I wasn't sure just because I had been up here several times and nobody was up here as well at the beginning of the month. So I just went online and started going on to the Indian Springs site.
and it should
I
generate
saw where
your.
it said, you know, fees and pay your bill. So I did, and I tried it, and it worked. I got a confirmation in my email. I just want to make sure that it does go directly to y'all. I mean, you know, to the community.
Oh, yes. That, it goes directly into our bank the minute you pay it through the stripes.
I just want to be sure it works.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Maylene ever get a hold of you?
Lately, we went over to her, we went to their house.
She's bedridden right there,
Uh-huh.
she can't get out, and she wants to pay her dues, so she needs to.
Do you know where she
She's
is?
always paid up. Yeah, we just went to her house at Christmas when we did
That's
that.
right, that's right.
She
We
said she
delivered
needs
stuff.
to, she called me and she needs to pay her dues, and she wants somebody to come.
Bless her heart, every time she
She can't get out.
Oh, we know.
Who's this
Mike,
one now?
have you been raising your hand?
That son's right behind.
Mike? Have you been raising your hand? I thought you did, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Bear,
How much does it cost
Check.
run this place for my safety time?
for how long?
6 hours is good.
About 6 hours.
We've never really broken it down hourly, I don't believe.
For 1 year, because I'm disabled on that, and 20-something years ago, I used to be recruited constantly with books and things, and coffee, reading and stuff like that, eating games. But that went on away.
When we started opening the building and the ladies were gonna meet and have a Bible study, Amy across the street and me showed up. I think there was one time in the months that we did that there was one other person. So that served 3 people. We were opening the building and sitting up here. We opened it for games for the people online. I know their names by heart. They're saying, where did our game nights go? We opened it for game nights and none of them showed up. And we were sitting here looking at each other. Just to go ahead with that though, February 15th on Saturday, we're doing our chili cook-off again there. It was real popular last year. We had a blast. People sat here laughing and talking. We ate and shared chili. And we have some games that we're going to do that we're prepping for, but it's on the calendar now. We were going to announce that at the very end.
15th.
Saturday the 15th, because Valentine's Day is on Fridays.
Well, what I'm saying, if my others of my kids desire, like to put a curtain, hope money go, all that, okay. I told him to,
Well, Bear, do you think that if we held once a month, a big game night or family night or whatever, open it and have it here at nighttime and do the games and everything, do you think one a month is sufficient to get it started? Because people aren't going to come weekly. They get caught back up in their grind and stuff, and I understand that. But if we did it once a month, it'd be more.
What is like Saturdays or there?
Or even in a weekend afternoon.
I could do here any time for any activity, but Bob told me, you do your first, came to your that. That's all I'm trying to do all the time.
Can we officially buy stuff and have bingo night? I mean, if somebody buys some of the prizes or whatever, it's not cash being involved.
Yeah, because we can't have cash involved, and the fire department's even offered to let us use their big light up sign. As a matter of where on my desk is a big Valentine red bingo card for the chili cook-off, so we can sit here and play bingo.
We do have a lot of
for fun and prizes.
who like bingo.
But that's a great idea. And we, Carmen yesterday printed out she was up here working with us too, Carmen Palacios and Mary, and she printed out cute red Valentine bingo cards to use at our chili cook-off. That day when we're sitting up here at the tables, we were all cutting up laughing. We just loved it. It was like the old days, just on a smaller scale. And so we want to redo it and just add some games to it, because we didn't have any game tables or anything last time. We had to talk to each other, and it was still fun. But that's what we're doing on Saturday the 15th. Anybody can join it, bring their chili, enter it. There's, ribbon, there's prizes. We award them. There's food, fun. And was that the day that we made what day was the big cake y'all made? The butterfly one, was that?
That was Easter.
Okay, that was Easter. I should have known. Yeah, that was
The
good
salt
too. We always have some good snacks and treats and stuff up there. But yeah.
Not right now.
No, I don't mean
But yes, we have one coming in February. We'll try that one and then we'll see how it goes. That's a daytime on those Saturday. But Bear and anyone else, if y'all want to try it again, schedule a nighttime one. Once a month, let's try it, let's open it up, let's invite people in.
Well, leaving that beans, we'll have a 1 or 2 people cup, and then when I got at 12, 13, 14 people. Because that library is gonna is what people sit and read, eat beans, stuff, which I
Eat beans. Sit, read, and eat beans. It's a great idea.
It might not be good after a couple hours of beans.
Yeah, there will be an end time.
It was called books and beans.
Needless to say-
Sometimes we'd make sometimes there was chicken dumplings, or rice, whatever somebody made, that's what you brought up here.
Right.
But it was called books and beans.
Yes, ma'am.
A couple of times last year, people have brought up that the beach at Lake Donna is now privately owned under special deed. I was just wondering what the expectation for the following, for this year of what to do about that. If that's going to be contested.
To our knowledge, it is not privately owned. We have not been contacted by anybody telling us that they now own that beach, and we actually have documentation proving they don't. So if you go to the beach down at Lake Donna, enjoy.
Okay, but the county has it listed as privately owned under a certain name. And
Not ours.
for Polk County, Polk CAD, did you look at it? So yes, Polk County CAD has that person's name.
Every lake out here is accessible to the public. That's what Indian Springs Lakes is like.
And in our bylaws, foundation papers, it
We
would never.
around every lake.
20 foot around every
Jimmy,
lake.
I think what she's saying is somebody stole that property from the POA. I mean,
We need to look
it's
into
a
it.
big thing now where people will go into the courthouse or title office, whatever it's called, and they will present a document that says this piece of property was sold by this people to me, and they refile that deed, and you don't own that property.
Right, and when we saw that, we said, okay, that's a scam because no one can ever own it. Someone sold a piece of property they don't own. The first thing to do though is sit back and they have to prove that it's theirs, because it's not.
We still need to look into it.
Right, I agree.
Legitimacy.
And we presented our paperwork to the police department when they come down there. And they said,
But have you checked the
No, but we need
county
to.
tax,
last time I checked what Sarah presented me. And you said it's from tax roll?
It's from the tax roll,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
They're
I
not paying
checked.
taxes on it.
Yeah, I checked, and now they do have a special deed. They didn't have before. When, if you remember, like the county problem that happened before, when the sheriff came over, that wasn't registered or anything. Right now, we just get updated, and if we don't dispute it, obviously we can have.
Well, that's a definite expense that should be paid with lawyers to
And
get the
there's
reason to get a
The
lawyer.
property on the other side of the dam that was also ours, the 00s that was on the other side of Lake Donna Dam, that also has his name on it.
Can I say something? I went to the courthouse myself, and I talked to the people there, and they said that this private individual that owns a real estate company that's been buying up all our properties here, what he did was he went to the original owners of all of this property.
The Wiggins?
Yes, they went to the Wiggins family, and the Wiggins family said that that part of the property, the 00s, still belongs to the Wiggins family, and they sold it to him.
If it's
It was
property,
conveyed to us in the
not on the beach
That's,
though.
wait a minute,
Okay.
I'm not saying this,
It's cut and
courthouse
dry.
is saying
Yeah,
this.
and you know how much they bought it for? Like $100.
Nothing.
Like
The
$100.
foundation papers and the bylaws are very specific in at least 3 areas. The roads, lakes, and the surrounding area around them, which is the beach, can never, ever be transferred or sold by the founders, their family members, or even their family members, never
Regardless, we
change.
still need to look into it.
Yeah,
You need to go.
exactly,
to the
of course
courthouse.
not.
Excuse me, you need to go to the courthouse because this is in dispute right now, and the courthouse is siding for this individual. We need to go there with your documentation to prove
I think we need
that
to
it's
go to
wrong.
the PCAT first.
Because it is wrong, but it was done illegally, underhanded, and right now, it is set at the courthouse that this individual owns it.
And it's probably because the Wiggins family, the inheritance of the original people, don't realize they can't sell it.
Yeah, they can't even transfer it. The Wiggins and,
But the
I know, you're right, and anybody can sell
But the
anything.
courthouse said they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
yeah.
has to be disputed or it's gonna stand as is.
Right.
And we need
I
to
say
do
if
it
we have to go after it with an attorney, we also sue whoever did that crap for the attorney's fees, because y'all shouldn't have to foot the bill for that.
It was told to me that it was a Wiggins family.
Well, they can't do that though.
But see, they think they own it, and one of the grandkids, and they need extra cash, so they sold it.
Jimmy, you said?
Okay, hang on, got a
They
question.
didn't sell it legally.
Did they pay the transfer fees?
No, that would have come in straight to the office. If they went to the
Exactly.
courthouse and changed any deed, it would come straight to us first.
So listen,
Mike?
just a precaution on the lakes, talking about the beaches. We're telling people, go out there and have fun and stuff. Until that is situated, until y'all find out, or whoever needs to find out who owns it, you don't need to tell people to go out there, because if they go out there with their kids and stuff, and some of these owners are crazy, and they come out there with firearms and stuff, then you got a whole other problem. Then the people that get hurt are gonna look at the board and say, well, y'all told us to go out there. So before anybody promotes to go out there and swim in those places, hey, I grew up out there, I know it. It's fun, and that's the only thing you really had to do about it, is to enjoy the lakes. But before you promote for somebody to take their families out there and swim, we need to find out, because we don't want these people getting hurt. And we know we have.
Well, I propose that every one of us show up at First PCAD this week.
We have
This
people
upcoming
from out of
week,
town
all of
on
us.
property that don't care, don't have respect, they just want to own the land.
Right.
And who's to say they don't show up out there, somebody swimming on their property, They go out with a firearm, and the next thing you know, you got a hothead swimming, just saying, they're out here. And they pull a gun, and then you have a shootout with kids out there. You don't want that.
No.
Because then that can fall back on the board too for promoting to go out there.
Y'all need to pick a day and we need to go handle it immediately.
Just a word of advice.
Another thing too,
Like this week.
excuse me, another thing too is the fact that the POA has a 20-foot easement around every single lake here.
Yes. That's
And
included.
the property owners that own the property around the lakes think they own the lakes too.
Some think that, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about a few, but I'm just saying, they think that when they bought the property, they bought the lake too. And I've dealt with that in the past, and what you gotta do is,
People be.
hey, stupid is as stupid does, right?
I had to go out late with the law.
Anyway.
Livingston, you think you ought to go freaking
No, anyway, what you gotta do is, these people need to be confronted by law enforcement, not by us, and let them understand that they do not own the lake. When I was president, I had to deal with a person that came out there with firearms like you're talking about because people were on the lake. People were on the lake and they had a dock out there, which is, you know, that's their
Public
property.
access.
Nobody was on their dock. They were just in the lake, fishing and in boat.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out with firearms. So I had to deal
Oh, was
with
that on Downs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember a few years ago,
And
that
that is
incident, they were
against the
shooting
law,
at
and
people.
see, this is the kind of stuff we're trying to stop. These people that buy the property around the lakes need to understand that there's a 20-foot easement, that every property owner has a right to fish in every single lake, and no one can tell them.
They can swim
can't.
up to my property and get out and walk
20
around my
feet,
20 feet
is
yard
a
and
long,
use it.
20 feet from the
Yeah.
edge of the water, and
That's-
that moves around. But
Well, it's
they
made
need to
clear to me.
understand, wait a minute, they need to understand that they cannot go out there and accost these people with firearms.
Right.
Because they do not own that property. It's their legal right by a property owner to be able to use every lake here.
And if they want to
That-
fence it,
that
where no one
needs-
can get on their actual property, you
it
can't
needs-
put the fence all the way down to the
They
water line.
need to know that.
You can fence
Property
it.
owners need to know that.
I think
Most of
that,
them do. I was made aware of it.
I think that's a good idea to put on the website.
Yes, ma'am.
I
I
make
agree.
a
We could
motion.
have
Does
reminder.
anybody else have anything?
We'll put a reminder on
I don't
social
have
media
anything else.
website.
I've got nothing.
We need to pick a time of day now though, so we don't have to sit there and text back and forth all weekend. When are we gonna go take care of this? We need to just all go. One day this week,
We're gonna
go to
be in town
PCAB
Monday,
first,
are
go
we
to the
not?
tax office
We're
first.
gonna be in town Monday taking care of this tractor thing.
Yeah.
So do we want to go Monday? Is that good for you?
What time?
Sounds great to me. Tell me what time and we'll be there.
When, you've got to type up the minutes of the meeting and things that we talked about? You've got to have it?
Yeah, we gotta have
So
the,
can you
And
have
we
that done
got-
before we can?
Question here, Mr. Wilson.
Sir?
Hey, we have a daughter in Japan that's owns property out here, and we want to get a ballot for
February.
absentee ballot. Yeah.
Has that ballot been made up yet for February?
Kelly?
Well, we already did the ones that have requested an absentee ballot. We put
They're
them in the
requesting
envelopes.
one now.
I know, but what do we do with them? Print them off of?
I haven't seen the ballot yet.
It's on the computer, isn't it?
Well, everything's
Right, you
here
did
somewhere.
print it out.
Jackie might
Yeah.
probably made those up for y'all, because that's when I bounced
I-
for 2 months.
I
And I
haven't-
know she was working on that for y'all,
I
and
haven't-
she did the mail out.
I haven't seen one yet.
Somebody out in the van outside, we need not to have an absentee ballot. I think that's.
Can you give us her, wait, do y'all want it in your hands, or do you want it in her hands?
Well, we have to mail it to her grandmother's house in Houston because that's the address she used.
If you can give us the address, we'll add it to our absentee ballot list that is going in, what, Monday? We have them all done, they're ready, they're sitting there.
Yeah, 'cause she wrote
The-
a letter, but she never.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to wait, you don't have to-
I think it's in there. I think I remember seeing it.
Marie
She-
Delgado?
Yeah, she's deployed,
Yes.
correct, and, yeah.
Okay,
So it's in there, and it's going to, she said, mail it to her grandmother's house.
Yes.
And,
Thanks, Mr.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Are they gonna leave the address for us? The address for us?
it's to be mailed to their, to the girl's grandmother's house in Houston. It's on the list.
Oh,
It's
okay,
on
you
the
know,
list.
okay, good,
It's
okay.
on the
We wanna make
request.
sure all those get out to those people that asked for one.
Okay, if we don't have anything else, I would like to motion to adjourn.
I
Second,
second it.
third.
Motion carries.
All right.
I gotta talk to the boss.
I do,